11 on NTA News 24. I'm Joseph Johnson. Minister of Defense and leader of the federal government delegation to Katsina, Major General Bashir Salihi Magashi, retired, has assured that government is doing everything possible to rescue the kidnapped students of Government Science Secondary School, Kankara, without any collateral damage to the people of the state. The minister gave the assurance while speaking to correspondent Awal Haliru after an assessment visit to the affected school in Kankara.
Most of them, really they went into the bush out of fear, and gradually they are getting them out. Some of them are being searched and they are coming out from the woods. I don't know the number, but certainly, by the grace of God, there will not be anybody found dead unless by accident.
418 new COVID-19 infections have been recorded in Nigeria within the past 24 hours. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control says the new infections were discovered in 16 states, and the FCT bringing the total number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Nigeria to 73,175. Lagos has 113 of the new cases, 86 in the FCT, Abia 47, Kaduna 39, Rivers 27 and Katsina 22. Benue has 14 new cases, 13 in Oyo, Kano 12, Enugu 8, with 7 each in Edo and Imo states. 6 each in Bauchi, Ebonyi and Ogun states, Ondo 4, while Nasarawa has 1 case. Lagos leads the state's charts with 24,952 cases, followed by FCT with 8,424 cases, while Plateau trails with 3,997 cases. Active cases nationwide have increased to 5,888, with 6,090 recovered patients discharged, while the death toll has risen to 1,197. The Nigerian Army has placed all those that participated in the recent Chief of Army Staff Conference in Abuja on isolation following the death of Major General John Irene. A statement by the Director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Sagir Musa, says as at Sunday, 13th December 2020, 414 personnel were tested with 26 confirmed cases. And that's the news update at 11 on NTA News 24. Thank you very much indeed for your company. Bye-bye.
This is the network service of the NTA.
From the Beijing conference in China and the resultant 30% affirmative action, women have continued to clamor for more representation and more chance to participate in every sphere of human endeavor. These women are not resting on their art. Some of them have taken the bull by the horn and are doing so many great things in professions that were hitherto known to men. That is our focus on today's show. Oh yes, it is Property and Style, your one-stop shop on everything real estate. It is your #1 housing program on television, coming to you from the network service of the NTA, Africa's largest television network. My name is Patience Eloyi Abba. Thank you for joining us on today's show.
NTA Property Connect, the latest property magazine in town, rich in content. In it you'll find issues and articles on property investment, your ideal home, building plans, latest interior designs, landscaping and building materials for homes and offices. If you're looking for real information on where and when to buy properties, grab a copy now. For sponsorship, advert placement and purchase, kindly call us on or visit our office at NTA Area 11 Gariki, Abuja, or you can log on our website on www.ntaproperties.com.ng. Copies are available nationwide. NTA Property Connect, the magazine that keeps you connected.
Welcome back. On today's episode of Property and Style, like I said in my introduction, we are celebrating these Amazons that are making us proud, especially as the construction and the real estate sector is concerned. These women are not just players in this sector, but they are key players. We'll be bringing you these Amazons and a whole lot more. Thank you once again for joining us on today's show.
Question of the day.
Isn't construction for men? The simple answer is no. Women make up around 14% of the construction industry professionals, and this number can only be set to rise with more women choosing construction jobs. The misconceptions about gender-specific roles are gradually diminishing, with a growing number of women choosing a career in construction. In Nigeria, this male-dominated industry can still boast of some women who have done exceedingly well and have risen to the pinnacle of their chosen professions. Property and Style celebrate these trailblazers.
Well, I rose through hard work, through knowledge acquisition, through building up capacity, through showing commitment to my profession, through the state chapters, through the national, and then until I became the first female president of the Nigerian of Quantity Surveyors. I chose the profession because my interests actually laid in sciences. Yes, I was very good at sciences, and I had a choice to do either engineering, but my brother went into engineering before me, and my husband, then he was my boyfriend, was reading architecture, so I decided to go into another arm of the built environment, which is quantity surveying. But above all, I love dealing with figures, numbers. And so that really endeared me into the profession. It's a very good profession for national economic development. But unfortunately, in this country, quantity surveyors have not really been given the rightful place to contribute positively to economic development of this nation. Quantity surveyors are by training cost managers of infrastructure projects, building and engineering projects. And you find out that most public organizations don't even engage the services of quantity surveyors. Sometimes they rely on the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing. But, wow, what the optimal utilization will be when you have your own within you. Then you are able to utilize them anytime, anyhow. You know, the construction industry as a whole, we are still burdened with stereotyping for women. This industry is not for women. And some women have bought into this myth and have stayed away. Some started well, and somewhere along the road derailed. because of this fear of this is not a,
it's
a man's world. And if you have to integrate family with your office work, it's very difficult. Truly, it is difficult, but there's nothing in life that is easy. There's nothing easy, even managing what you have. It's not easy. And so people should stop looking for the easy way out of life. That's not the way I think God created the world. There are people who inherit wealth and they don't have to do anything. But they have other issues too. They have other challenges. There's nobody without challenges. And so, women in the built environment industry, we must brave it. We must surmount challenges. The most challenging issues are integrating family or juggling family with work. If you are not able to manage it well, truly your family will suffer or your work will suffer. So you just need a balance. And the way to get balance is proper organization of your schedules. Take care of your children, your husband. When you have time, spend with them, teach your children, make sure they go to good schools, you engage good teachers for them for home studies, and so on. At work, show seriousness, show commitment, and you will see that your boss, your employer, will always call upon you. I don't subscribe to women always giving excuses for not performing. You must have a reason to perform if you want to succeed in life. Look for a reason. People have succeeded. Women have succeeded. We have international organizations that are being headed by women. International. The Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, one of the biggest that houses the built environment, had a woman as the head. The Federation of Surveyors had a woman as the head. The International Coast Engineering Council has a woman as a head. These are global, worldwide existing, So there's no reason why Nigerian women cannot head professional organizations. It's a big problem for Nigeria. And we've been hearing about 17 million houses deficit for years. I'm so glad that at the last Redan Expo, the World Bank is working with Redan and some other, I think UNDP also, to really come out with the statistics, and maybe Bureau for Statistics also, to come up with the real housing deficit statistics. We cannot solve, we've tried for years, and it doesn't appear that much is being done to close this gap, which means there must be a paradigm shift. The business as usual approach has not worked, and whenever you try an approach and it doesn't work, you must strategize on other approaches. I know the Federal Mortgage Bank now has started an initiative of equity contribution 0% interest, reduced from 10% to. This is commendable. And there has to be more awareness so that people can key into it. I want the government or the private sector that are interested in this to even define what affordable is, categorize it into the different levels of affordability. That will be the beginning. And the statistics, once we have it there, you cannot plan without statistics. How many people are earning below certain level, certain minimum wage? Let's even start with the minimum wage. How many 30,000? How many people earn 30,000? Around 30,000. How many earn from there to 100 and so on? Then when you know the statistics, your planning will take care of this. And we know that there's always an increase in population, so it's not even static. It will just be the beginning.
NTA Properties Investment Company Limited, a subsidiary of the Nigerian Television Authority, specializes in creating comfort in all areas of life, such as real estate investments, that is, land, houses, and office spaces, mass leasing, savings and loan scheme, and so much more. Other information and entertainment services include Property in Style, a TV program that airs on the network service of the NTA, and also Property Connect, a nationwide magazine. Our priority is to bridge poverty gaps and sustain quality welfare of our clients. Partner with us and watch us help you grow. Pay us a visit today at the NTA headquarters permanent site, Area 11 Garki, Abuja, or our Lagos office at number 15 Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. For more information, visit our website on www.ntaproperties.com.ng, or you can email us on ntapeak2000@yahoo.com. Call us on 0066417900. NTA Properties Investment Company Limited, the much needed help at your doorstep.
Actually, first things first was the fact that I already had a bias and passion for the sciences. But what really clinched it all was a friend of my dad's, Professor Walk, then in the University of Michigan, who was the one that came to Ilorin to set up the engineering faculty. And because we grew up there then, and it's more like a family friend, I mean, I was bought over. So naturally, when it was time for me to take my JAM exams and all that, the first choice was engineering, because that's the only course that I did not have to do biology. Not that I was bad in biology, but I just loved physics, chemistry, and maths, with additional maths. I've never had challenges mingling with men. I'm more like a tomboy, and even though I don't look it. Yeah, but my classmates were really, really good, because they knew that when it comes to what you have upstairs, it's equal, if not better. So just like I go to them for answers to where I have difficulty, they too would come to me, and we were pals, great partners. So in my own case, I would say my colleagues have always seen me as one of them. No challenges, no envy, just that. In fact, I'm always somebody who has perfection, excellence. That drives me. Unfortunately now, I've made it to the top of my career as a director, and it's always excellence all the way. Why? Because my mantra has always been that the word impossible does not exist in my dictionary. It means I'm possible. Anything is possible. Just find out how to go about it. It is possible. To be sincere, it's nice to be a woman. It's nice to be a mother. It's nice to be a wife. So we just have to kind of like, there's time for everything. In the early years of my career, when I joined the civil service, of course, there was a time I would go on maternity leave. I, have to do what I just said, take care of babies. But then the work was not that challenging, because I'm being groomed. I'm under senior engineers. So naturally, you fall in place. You take your leave when you need to. And you just grow. But the good thing was that for all my senior colleagues who trained me, they could already see, it's like they could see that your brain is a sponge, just looking for what to absorb. So days that you're not taking maternity leave and you're back to the office to learn, you're given good assignments and you're learning. And you don't give excuses. You try and always strive to, give back a good report on assignments given. Naturally, anybody seeing that the value you add to his job as your boss must always draw you closer. You know, sincerely speaking, the building collapse issue is far beyond looking at only one sector in principle, like saying the engineering industry. You know, it's a cumulative effect of so many things. So you could say more like, not that it's an ecosystem, but you know, when something happens, it didn't just happen because of this. You follow the trend backwards. You know, we are all to blame. You know, starting from how have we picked up the young ones in our youth, you know, grooming them into society as they are today. Because sincerely, when you now go to do investigation in a collapse, you realize that somebody knowingly gave his job, construction of his job, the building or whatever it was, to somebody who he knew was not an engineer. And it goes on. Even the person on the site knows the material he's supposed to use. But more often than not, you find that even when you do go to buy things, you're told this is a bag of cement. And you didn't know that what's inside is not actually what was claimed to be. And like I said, it's a rippling effect of everybody. We all have to go a step further in the profession we believe in, you know, to doing what is right. But coming back to the engineering organization, NSC, and the industry as it is, we the players, a lot is coming in now in terms of sanctions, because if you had your name or knew anything related to that structure and you did not cry foul,